Hello, Doc.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I see you made 100,000 followers on TikTok. How
Yeah,
does that make you feel?
I did. It makes me feel so blessed, humbled, excited. It is wonderful, such a wonderful experience.
All right, I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
So, we have some questions from your audience.
Okay.
People want to know some things.
Okay.
So, first of all, this is really weird. What is your age?
I don't know if I want to know my age. You know, my problem with telling Ugandans my age is just one. No, there are two. One, if you tell them your age, they'll be like, oh no, mkazalimba, mtara mukade. Then the other problem is, some people can begin saying, doctors can't be that young. I don't know what it is. So, justice for young doctors. However, I was born on 31st of August, 1996. And that is my age. So you do your math. Yes.
Meanwhile, there are two questions of how old you are.
That, I know there are always so many. There are so many. It's okay.
So, someone just wrote like work-life balance. I guess they're asking how you balance your life and work.
Interesting. I don't know. My life is, that is one thing that I've always wanted to do, to have a life that is balanced generally. I just delegate time. So I have time for my work. I dedicate fully there. Then I have time for my life. I dedicate fully there. Then I have time for my social media as well. I dedicate fully there. That's it.
So the other question is, are you in a serious relationship? Do you believe in marriage?
I feel like Bafumbo Association Mundek. I have gotten, I think this is my most asked question. I have dodged it and dodged it and dodged it. But yes, I believe in the institution of marriage. I am a Christian. I am a student of the Word of God. I believe in marriage, but I believe in the marriage principles that God has set, not the ones that man has set. I believe that you don't need to rush. You need to find the right person. I don't think the world is any sort of underpopulation in that I have to hurry and give them children. I believe that we are all healing from something. I don't want to transfer my traumas to my children, and I can be a proper wife for my husband and proper mother for my children, be the best doctor that I can be, and be the best citizen of society that I can be. But I believe that the choice of your marriage partner can kill you or it can build you. And I'm not about to be killed by a man. I'm not about to be killed by marriage. So I am going to make myself right so that when the right person finds me, then I am right for them as well as they are for me. So that is me. Yes.
I think I've so far asked 4 questions.
Yeah.
But now I'm actually realizing that for the first 6 questions,
Yeah.
there is only one question that is not relationship related. Okay, I think I'm going to skip all these others for dating and relationship. The other person is like, are you a general doctor?
Yes, I am a general doctor.
Someone was asking, when are you thinking of getting a life companion?
The Lord will send him. When the Lord sends him, he will find me. When he finds me, we shall go.
I know. So
Yes.
This is something, I think this is like a friend request.
Yeah.
Sure, I would love to be your personal friend. I'll be very grateful if you consider that. Yeah,
No problem. Let's be friends. Yeah.
Your school journey, if you don't mind, how was med school?
Med school, before med school, my mental health was tested in med school. My mental, physical, and well-being was entirely tested in med school. Med school was tough. It was tough. It was really tough. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have more conversations like this moving forward because that's a whole different video. But it was worth it in the end. And I think the thing that made it simpler is because I actually wanted to do medicine. I've seen people that have been made to do it or they get into it for the wrong reasons. And both in school and after school it becomes a struggle and very tedious. So I think for me, it's because I really wanted to and I had wonderful support. My family was very supportive. My God was very supportive. And generally, to be honest, I really wanted it. So that was my life, but it was not easy at all. Yeah.
What is your personality like?
I have multiple personalities.
Okay.
It depends.
When you talked about that, the first thing that came in my head,
Yeah.
personality disorder.
No, I don't have a disorder, but I have multiple personalities. It depends on which part of me needs to. I almost sometimes have to select which part is it that I need to show to this person. If I am at work, I am a professional, I am a doctor, I am quite serious about my work, but also when I'm at work, I am at my most compassionate. I know that I am very privileged because people come to us and come to me when they are at their most vulnerable. No one goes to the hospital just chilling. People come when they're actually sick and unwell, and so that is also another personality. And I can be very comical. I think I got that from my mom. I like to be able to make people laugh and just have a good time, be easygoing. My favorite personality now is the one that has a very strong relationship with God. I feel like I am becoming more obedient to God, and it makes my life so much easier. It's like you have a cheat code through everything. And it depends. Also, the way my personality with my husband, that one will also be there. I will also be there. I know how I'll be. Those things of Miss Independent. What? No, please. I want to be pampered. I want to be spoiled. I cannot suffer. My life can't be hard at work, and it also hard with my no. Then with my children, I want to be the best mother that I can be. So there's also that part of me that likes to be very nurturing. So I think it really depends. And also I can be very tough. I can also be very, very tough. Almost, I think that's because I'm a firstborn and a firstborn daughter. And there's a part of me that I've had to calm down to a point. I can also want to have control over things. I've learned to let that go, especially with growing in God. It helps me to know that I don't have to be in control of things. So it gives you peace. And yeah, that is part of my personalities that are many. Yeah. All
right. I think this is a compliment. You're such an inspirational person.
Thank you very much.
What does it take to be a consultant?
A consultant. So when you finish medical school, so we do medical school for 5 to 6 years. When you're done with 5 to 6 years, so when it comes to in other parts of the world, you go straight to residency and you start a program without having worked. When you're in Uganda, you finish medical school, you get 2 bachelors. So you have a bachelor's in surgery and a bachelor in medicine. So those are 2 degrees that you get after those 5 years. When you're done with those, so in the Ugandan system, you have to first work for about 2 years. Some universities don't mind. Some can say 1 year, but really generally most universities will tell you 2 years, then you can go on to specialize. So then you go and become a specialist. And now from specialist to consultancy, you don't study the more. Consultancy is, I think, something that is awarded by the board of that area. So it is that other process. Yeah.
What is your most memorable day in your practice?
I don't know. I have very many memorable days. I really have very many memorable days. I've had days where I don't know. I've had many, but recently I had a very comical one. I had a patient who made me laugh. That guy was crazy. He was so sick. I was just like, this guy is mad. But that was the recent one. But I've had days that are full of heart. Like patients who are very kind and they're very grateful to you and the things. Sometimes, to be honest, I think as health workers, we forget the impact that we have on people. You think it's a normal day, you're doing something and you're going. But people appreciate, and I think that is just memorable. I can't point a particular day, but yeah, I think that's very beautiful.
Okay. How do you manage work with cramps?
Work with what?
Cramps.
Cramps. I have horrible cramps. There are times when I would power through. Now, one thing about cramps is it's important to your lifestyle. If you do like someone who works out and before the periods come, the cramps are a bit better. Sometimes the pain can be so bad, I'm like, you know what, I tell a nurse, just give me a shot. So I just get an injection. If it's so bad, if I know that I'm going to, like my periods have started, especially my first day and my last day, those ones can be horrible, I'll take a painkiller before it is that I go to work, and beyond that. I am a doctor, so do not be giving yourself medicine without instruction, please. Me, I can give myself. Don't do it. Don't do it. First, get help. Yeah, thank you. That is it.
You know, something is interesting here. Hello, beautiful. Are you single? I can hook you up to my friend, if that's okay with you.
Please don't hook me up. I feel like I've gotten so many people who are trying to hook me up. Don't hook me up with yourself or with your friends. Do not hook me up. Thank you very much for the compliment, though. Thank you.
Or someone wants to like, okay, this is the question. Why do you do online consultations?
I don't do online consultations, but so for me, basically, social media, I am doing it entirely for the purposes of education. That is it. But I'm thinking about starting online consultations. I'm thinking about starting those. I don't know how those would go, because I believe for me, I like to treat people from a wholesome approach. I assess you, do full examination, investigations. So I don't know, but we'll see moving forward about online consultations. Yeah.
How did you start content? Okay, how did you start making content? I want to also start mine, but I keep failing to do so.
I don't know why you keep failing. I think the first thing is you need to know what is it that you're doing the content for. That is one thing, and what are you hoping to attain. Also, you need to know that social media can be very brutal, so you also need to prepare for that. I wanted to do content. That's a whole other story. But I had first been using like my phone, and I didn't really like what the picture is that I had. The person whose content I liked, and I was like, this content is what I'm looking at. It's called Dr. Mike. He's American. Loved his content. So I was like, you know what? I am going to invest. So I have a production team that does my shooting, and yes, that is how I do content.
What is your take on mental health as a medical person?
Mental health is probably the most important part of health generally, because if someone is not mentally well, they're not able to take care of their physical health.
All right, interesting.
Yeah.
Would you date me considering I'm Zambia?
No. Me, I can't do long distance relationships. I have to have short distance pampering and affection. I can't do long distance, I'll die.
What advice would you give to someone who is about to start medicine and you mentor?
I don't mentor yet. Am I in the capacity of mentoring? I feel like
someone is interested.
I don't know. I feel like mentoring is so. I feel like it's something that is, because you're literally being someone's guide in life. That is not something I take lightly. But if you're starting medical school, if you want it badly enough, you will survive. That's it.
Hey, I'm from Rwanda, and I really like your info on health matters. What made you interested?
Thank you very much. You see why I don't teach in Luganda? I am Mchiga, first of all. So if I'm in an area where I have to teach in Ruchiga, I teach in Ruchiga. If I have to teach in Luganda, particularly to locals, but I can't teach I need to teach in a language that's unifying, because my content is meant for Africans in general. So that is so something that I am very appreciative for. For about the what made me interested, that one is a long story, but I'll tell you at the end of this video.
All right. Who is your top 5 cheerleaders, encouragers of life at the moment?
Ooh.
Interesting question.
Yeah. One, God, you people. Me, I don't know about other people. I don't know how people walk in this life without God. But me and God are like this. Me and the Holy Spirit is like my guide through everything. I feel like I have a cheat code. I have like a cheat code in life. When I tell people about my life stories, people are like, but for you, how come all your things be aligning? It's not all, but I genuinely like talk to God very, like for me, I have my cheat code. That's my cheat, which I've told you. If you don't want, you don't want. Number 2, my my parents are wonderful. My mother is a very big support. My father believes in everything that I do. I could as well be saying I'm going to start a coup and he will be like, I am with you. I have wonderful friends. I have friends that are very supportive and really, really very helpful. So I think those are my main people.
No question, just appreciation. You are beautiful.
Thank you.
What's your specialty?
I'm a general practitioner, but it's not a specialty. It's a bachelor's holding, so I am going to specialize soon.
Advice for 26-year-old girl, stroke lady.
First of all, I was 26 like a year ago, so I don't know how I'm going to advise. But I can say this, there are a few mantras that I go by. Number one, people treat you how you accept to be treated. So whatever it is that is your price, people will treat you based off of that. If money is the thing that you are willing to bend over backward for, if someone is giving you money, they're going to treat you the way they want to treat you. Another thing, Romans 8:28, all things work out for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So when things are not going well, I ask myself, do you love the Lord? Yes. Are you called? Yes. So all things, even if it's bad, even if I fell in an accident today, whatever thing it is that is done, it is going to work out for my good. Another thing, you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. So for me, I know that everything I put my mind to, I can do it. So hopefully you as well. Another thing that I go with is, I know that in this stage that we are right now, there's a lot of pressure around the world to be things, to, you must have gotten a job, you must have left home, you must have been married, you must be having children, you must all these things, but the race is not to the swift, and everybody's life is different. All our paths are different. If you compare yourself to people, comparison is a thief of joy. Every time you compare yourself to someone, it takes away from your originality, because no one can ever be you except you. And your walk with God is you and you and you and you and you alone. So that is something that I think that has helped a lot. Every time you're going to compare, just compare yourself to the person you were yesterday, not to your neighbor. Because it's like a monkey comparing itself to a fish. So now the monkey will begin feeling like it can't swim if it wasn't meant to swim, and the fish will begin feeling like it can't climb trees if it wasn't meant to climb trees. So that is generally how I think about life. People will treat you how you accept them to treat you. That's it.
Meanwhile, I've been inspired, but
No!
it just inspired me.
Thank you.
I don't know, this is so crazy. Why are you beautiful and a doctor? We need you in our family. You know the way Ugandans have been concluding that doctors are always not beautiful.
Are you serious? By the way, do people think that? I feel like I work with such good-looking doctors. So many, imagine. Why do people think that for us?
Yeah, I've also, by the way, seen some good-looking doctors.
There are so many, imagine. I think people just have expectations that, and sort of like science, and of course, science, no, that's not true. But thank you so much for your compliment.
Oh, okay. Did you become a doctor by choice?
Oh, 100%. 100% to a point that I didn't know anything else that I would be if I was going to be a doctor. At one point, I thought about I was like, if I'm not going to be a doctor, I will be a judge. But I was like, I don't want to first be a lawyer. I want to just come to court and be like, court adjourned, case dismissed. But I'm like, you have to first be a lawyer. I'm like, let's get a big order.
You know, when you're like, court adjourned, I was picturing you in a wig.
Right? Don't you think I'll make a good lawyer? a good judge? But me, I would be so annoyed. I feel like I can get very emotional. Hey, you come to me and I hear that you were there raping a girl. Oh, I can be like, castrate him.
I know.
If you come and you're a thief all the time, you're stealing, I'll be like, mob justice. Me, I feel like I would be those judges, so I'll not be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the questions are done, but I also have a question. You know, we've been working together, but I keep wondering how you always speak all that stuff from head, like those hard words. And
how I speak them?
Yes, you always be. I'm even looking for the word to say. That whatever. Okay, those words like do you cram them? Do you always practice like read every day?
The words.
Yeah.
No. I believe one in preparation, but also when you're continually doing something, like the same way how you learn how to control the cameras, you know how to adjust the settings, contrast what, it becomes part of you. But also I am someone who believes in preparation, because that the work that we do is evidence-based. Sometimes you'll think of something in your mind, like you can find you've been doing something and it works for you, but it is not like theoretically correct. So when you're coming on social media, you're teaching multiple people, including health workers. Because I'm doing work and this as well at the same time, let me say if I have a topic that I want to discuss about, obviously I am aware, I'm conversant about the management, how it presents and everything, but there's those bits of literature that you need to brush upon and everything. So you find also there is that bit of practice, and also I have to be well read all the time and well prepared, but also continuous exposure to things. So something that helps a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We're done.
We are at 100,000 followers on TikTok. We have grown Instagram to 16,000 plus. The YouTube channel is also growing. I don't know how I feel about Twitter though. I'm just still there. So, however, guys, if you want more responses, go and begin to my YouTube channel, because on YouTube, first of all, that's where they pay us easily. So if that account becomes monetizable and we begin making money from there, it's easier for us to create content much more consistently. And also we grow a bit more. The community there is still smaller, so we're able to respond to comments a bit more frequently and a bit better. So generally, that is, I'm so grateful for all of you for supporting this journey. It humbles me so much. So thank you very, very much.